Alright everyone, we are back with more Metal Gear Solid. Last time, we were about to figure out what's in this room over here. First thing you want to do is you want to walk up to it, because he'll say...
Surveillance camera?
Surveillance camera? Now if you notice, there's kind of like a blind spot. Right there. Get the grenades and quickly hide in the corner. I almost got caught because the controls started acting up. Press yourself against the wall, walk along, and you'll get out scot-free. See? You didn't even have to use the chaff grenades. This is another place I like to hide right here. There was one time I was getting chased by a guy and I had to hide right there. I was like, oh my god. Uh-oh. That was close, because you can actually get caught there pretty easily if you're not careful. Oh god. See, I didn't know he turned around like that, so that's why I had problems. But you want to quickly jump inside here. And if you do, you get a SOCOM, which is a pistol. However, if you shoot it, you're gonna bring everyone to your position because it's extremely loud. So instead, what you want to do is you want to go over here and walk up against this over here. Because if you look, that guy's now gone. Oh, but you want to equip your chaff grenade. Wait for it to go off. And move inside this here. See, that's the best way to do it. Either that or you have to kick the guy's ass to get him out of the way, which is kind of annoying. Now you may notice, it's pretty dark in here. And YouTube is pretty bad about lighting things up like this. So chances are you may have trouble seeing things, but if you look around, you notice that this is a dead end. But thankfully, Snake is pretty awesome. He can just turn around on his own free will whenever he wants. If you crawl all the way down here, you see something floating. I think it's a ration now. So we're probably not going to be able to pick it up. Yeah, see, it's a ration. Then there's also this grate, and if you go up to them, you can take a peek outside. But you don't really see much at this one, so you're like, okay. Just back yourself up, and head back the way you came. There's also another grate there, you can look through there if you want. It's not really worth it though. Just make sure you don't get lost, because I've had that happen before, and it's pretty bad. Eventually you're gonna see these mice. And when you move toward them, they're gonna flip and start running away. And you get a call.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80. Those mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating. They dig tunnels under the snow. That's where they stay warm.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
But there's a dark side too. Sometimes the males will kill and eat offspring that's not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
Yeah, pretty brilliant program, huh? If there are mice, that means there must be an exit somewhere. Follow the mice.
Now, I think in the demo version, they actually took out that part about the mice eating their young. And they just say, hey, follow the mice instead. At this point, just keep moving forward. If you don't, you will drown and die. Trust me, I found out the hard way. Let me tell you right now, if I was Snake going through that, I would flip the fuck out. Because I don't do well in, tight places like this anyway, let alone underwater. I would be flipping out so bad because I would be afraid I was going to drown. So, yeah, like I said, my fear in life is drowning. There's no exit here because, as you can see, they kept going, so just keep following him. And eventually they will walk out. As you see, there's an opening here. But be careful to look around a little bit because there are enemies. And as you can see, your radar doesn't work while you're in here. So you just kind of want to look around, make sure you don't see any of the guards, and pull yourself out. Now, these guards, they're a little bit smarter, sadly.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Now, that's not entirely... Oops, sorry.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, first hold down the R2 button to enter weapon mode. Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story.
Which you won't get for a very long time anyway.
If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
So let's go ahead and put that into our memory. Oh, I went too far down.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
There you go. That's everybody we have so far. If you go down to memory, you can see who's in your memory now. And we got Master, Campbell, and Mei Ling. I wrote it down just to be safe though, because you never know whenever you might have trouble getting to this memory button here. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, now that they've shut up, let's take a little account in the situation here. We got one guard up here, and another one down there. If you run along the outside of the room, they won't ever see you. That's the cool thing about this. You can run along the outside of this all you want and you'll never be seen, because enemies just don't come over here. And as you can see, there's a duct over here, but I think that's the one that's actually closed. Anyway, there's a staircase here, but as you can tell, that guy right there likes to patrol here, and so you gotta be careful of him. You can take him out, but it's kind of hard to take these guys out. Not because you can't, sneak up behind him and grab him, that's not the reason. The reason is because they're tougher and that they can actually hear each other. Now when you're on the staircase, they can't see you, so you want to take your time getting by this camera, because the camera won't see you while you're down here, but if you move up, it will. So just get up underneath it, then quickly move on. Now that door will never open until you get a certain card key, so just keep moving. And you can kind of look from up here to see the guards, which is kind of cool. And they won't even hear you run across the grates, which is kind of funny as well, even though you think they would. Now if you come into this room, there's a item in here that you can get. But it's kind of hard to get your hands on, because see, it's right there. So what you want to do is you want to hide here, run up to it, grab it, and then head back over this way. Then as quickly as you came in, get out. Now the thermal goggles, as you can guess, they're really awesome because they can let you see thermal imaging. Now this means that every person that you see is now going to glow red. See, like that. They're also good for looking in the dark, as it says. So they're better for making you go through tunnels if you can't see that well. Which for me, I needed them for that. So I think though in the demo version of that room, I think that they actually had something different in that room, that they didn't have the thermal goggles. But if you come over here, there's more shaft grenades for you. And I believe this ladder here, if you go up it, you will actually end up back in the ventilation shafts. Push yourself up against the wall here. It's not exactly necessary, but as you notice, it's a little bit harder to get your way past this guy than the other ones. Run away. There you go, you're good. If you don't feel confident, you can use a shaft grenade, but you want to save a few of them because they are useful for other situations. So just keep that in mind. Just remember this camera here, don't accidentally run into its field of vision like I've done countless times when I was doing the demo. So, yeah. I tend to forget where the cameras are until I notice them on the radar again. I didn't know you could hide underneath it like that until later. Now, here you want to be very careful, because as you can see, if you're on this step, you can't see them, but if you're down here, you can. Now, I don't know if they can see you, but I know that you can see them, so just keep that in mind. And I think the elevator we're looking for is down here somewhere. Oh god. That's the only person you have to watch out for if you're running along the outer edge, because he will come kind of close. See? Should be able to run by him now. As you can see, you can't get through that. Oh shit, almost got seen there. Yeah, like I said, if you get seen in this room, your best choice of action is to actually pull your gun and return fire, because they're going to start shooting at you if these guys see you. And so it's better if you just start opening fire on them if they notice you here. Hit the button twice so the elevator comes faster. I think we want to go to B1 first. You get a call and it's like,
Look at the radar. It's picking up the Darpa Chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him. Snake, look at your radar. We've picked up the Darpa Chief's signal. Can you see the green dot flashing on your radar? That's coming from the transmitter in the Chief's body. That's where you'll find him.
It looks like the Chief is being held in a cell. Find some way to get in there. Hurry up and get him out.
yeah, they're all going to be saying that, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, hit the X button to get out, and you can actually kind of run around here a little bit. As you can see if you do that. I think there's a way to pound on the wall, but he doesn't notice it, sadly. But if you come down here, you can see areas where you can't get in yet. And also there's a ladder here. That's the way up.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by the ladder.
I seriously think that there was one more thing I missed. So I'm going to go back to the elevator real quick and go down to B2, because I think there is something down there we can grab at this time if we go back into the elevator. Also, you can hit that door close button, I think. No, it's the door open button to get out if you accidentally try to hit anything. Now down here there are guards, and there's also areas in the floor where that'll just open up and you'll fall to your death. So you want to keep moving at certain points in this area. But really, you can't open any of these areas right here. I just wanted to show this off. That if you come down here at this time, you can kind of run around and look. For the most part, there's nothing you can do in here. I mean, there's some succumb bullets in here, which is good because you're going to need those. And little known fact, they actually will, those bullets will respawn, but not while you're in this room. You have to like leave and run around the area a little bit and then come back and they'll be back. So if you end up running completely out of bullets, which is highly plausible that you will eventually, you can use that, you can get them from there for no trouble. Oh, I guess the traps aren't until later that they appear. Anyway, that's all we can do in here, so let's go ahead and call the elevator and go back to where the Darpa Chief is. Don't worry about answering your codec, because it's just going to be Mei Ling telling you, oh my god, he's here, oh my god, go save him. So just don't bother using your codec in this area. I knew those bullets would be there because you want to grab those. Anyway, in here, nothing really to note, just that you're going to be walking across. There's a ration at the end of this area, I believe, and I think it's there in the other version too. I'm trying to remember how to look down. They haven't taught us yet. How do you look down? Because there's a way to look down here, and if you do, you see somebody. No. Triangle, maybe? Yeah.
Is that a woman?
Is that a woman?
Not yet.
Yeah, see, he's like, that's not him.
Snake, the Darpa Chief signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Okay, well, since I finally figured out how to do that. Anyway, hit it down here, and he'll take a look. Then he'll pop it open.
Who's that?
No one important.
I'm here to save you. You're the Darpa Chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You're here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them.
Donald Anderson.
In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for
Sorry if you hear me messing with my
warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects.
No, we need to be
How did you know
racist.
that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production.
You guys are idiots.
If it hadn't been for the revolution,
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They've probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president of Arms Tech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
Ouch.
Talked.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis.
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password,
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
what?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
And he's dead. Spoiler alert.
Dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Now, if you've been playing the demo version, at this point, that codec call would not have even been happening. But you notice that somebody's out there kicking ass and taking names. And sooner or later the door will open. And someone walks by and you're like, huh? And the door opens. Now before you go out, you want to have your weapon equipped and ready to go. But we're going to have to stop this here because it's getting too long, and I'll explain some stuff in the next episode that happened during that one thing. Till then, bye.